Hello friend, I am Abhishek with my new lecture on motion chapter. I was discussing about the graph. In the last lecture actually I had given you one question based on the graph. I will discuss with that question and then I will proceed in my next lecture. In the last lecture as you can see that I have given you this chapter, this question based on the graph. This was the graph of speed time graph and I told you to find the acceleration for different interval of time and also find to distance traveled. As it is a speed time graph, so you know that in a speed time graph acceleration will be decided depending upon the slope of the line. In different interval 0 to 1 second, 1 to 2 second, 2 to 4 second, you can find out the slope is find out by tan theta equal to perpendicular upon base. Whatever is the perpendicular length for that interval divided by base, it will give you the slope, and from here you can find the acceleration value. I won't repeat it this, I will give you only one example. For t equal to 0 to 1 second, perpendicular length is 2, you can see here, and base length is 1, so 2 upon 1 equal to 2 meter per second square. Similar way you can find out from t equal to 1 to 2 second and t equal to 2 to 4 second. The thing which you should keep in mind that you should see the change in the perpendicular length, not from the x-axis. You have to see the changes, what is the final value at t equal to 2 second and what was the final value at t equal to 1 second. So only this value will be the length, perpendicular length. That's why I have written 4 minus 2. 4 is the final perpendicular value at t equal to 2 second and 2 was the perpendicular length at t equal to 1 second. You have to keep this in your mind. To find the slope, what you need to do, you need to see the change in the perpendicular length divided by the change in the base length. That's it. Now for distance traveled, I already told you whenever there is a product term, there will be the area under curve. Whenever there is a division term, there will be the slope. So in speed time graph, distance equal to speed into time. It means that in a speed time graph, the area under curve will give you the distance traveled or displacement traveled. So in distance traveled, if you have to find the total distance traveled between 0 to 4 second, there are three areas. I already discussed this one, a1, a2 and a3. These three area we have to find out the area individually and you can add it to find the total distance traveled. In a1 it is a triangular region, so area of a triangle, that is 1 by 2 into base into height. Base is 1, height is 2. From where you can find the area of a triangle. Second is a trapezoid. I told you this is a trapezoid. These two are parallel sides but not equal. If it is parallel and equal, then this will be a parallelogram. For this, area is 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides. One parallel side length is 2 and the second one parallel side is 4. So 1 by 2 into 2 plus 4 will be sum of parallel sides into distance between them. This is the distance between them. Distance between them is t equal to 1 to t equal to 2 second, that is 1. From where you can find the area of a trapezoidal. Again a3 is the same, 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. The one parallel side is 4, one parallel side is 5. So 4 plus 5, 1 by 2 into sum of parallel side into distance between them. That distance is between the time interval 2 equal to 2 to 4 second. That is interval is 2 into 2. From where you can find the distance traveled. Now what you need to do, we need to add the area of a1 plus a2 plus a3. Got it? Now what we will do, so from graphically, if you have to find out if there is a division term like distance by time, speed by time, in distance time graph, distance by time is a speed. It means that slope of that curve will give you the speed. If it is speed upon time, it means that in a speed time graph, if you find out the slope, then it will give you the acceleration. If there is a product term like distance equal to speed into time, it means that in speed time graph, if area under curve you will find out, it will give you the distance or displacement. If in a speed time graph, speed equal to acceleration into time, so if acceleration time graph, if area under curve you will find out, you will find the speed. That's clear. If division term is there, find out the slope and you will get the different another, whatever is the left hand side, you will get the result. If it is a product term, you find out the area under curve. This like this you will get many questions and you try to solve out the graphically. Now I will want to clear you for few concepts. This concept will be very helpful you note in up to your ninth syllabus, but it will also help you in your class 11th. In class 11 kinematics is there, and it will be very helpful to you graphically. Some concepts are there, I will try to clear your all concept. But the one thing is that before watching this video you must revise my last video lectures whatever I have told you, because I told you in my lecture there will be not a single lecture in which there won't be a repetition of the last lecture. Means whatever I am teaching you today, जो भी मैं इस लेक्चर में पढ़ा रहा हूँ उस लेक्चर में आपको पहले के लेक्चर्स का रिपीटेशन होगा, और दैट कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी यूज्ड इन दिस लेक्चर. सो काइंडली इट्स माय रिक्वेस्ट कि प्लीज़ आप उसको रिवाइज करके ही न्यू लेक्चर्स को देखिए, अदरवाइज इट विल बी completely bouncing, it will bounce from your head, so you won't able to understand those things. I will tell you few concept which is very important graphically, try to understand it, because it's not a very simple concept, it's a little bit on a high level note. It means that it is above your level also, but I will try to make it more easier, and you will, if you get this concept, then I will certainly tell you, you won't feel any difficulty in graphs in your ninth, in your 7th, or I think in your 11th classes also. Let's see those concepts based on the graphs, whatever I have told you in the up to this lecture, there will be the revision of all those things. Try to get it, try to grasp it. Now, this is a very crucial concept. First of all, concept number 1. Concept number 1. The first thing what I told you that time, if there is a curve in a straight line curve, how you will find the slope? Slope you will find by tan theta, where theta is the angle. That angle is with respect to positive direction of x-axis. This is positive direction of x-axis. I have told already about positive direction and negative direction. What was the positive direction? Right side of the origin and upper side of the origin is positive. This both is positive. And left side of the origin and left down side of the origin it is negative. I already have discussed those things in my previous lectures. Kindly go through that lecture. So to find out the slope, what is the slope? Slope is the tan theta. Tan theta equal to P upon B. This theta is taken from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. I told you already, in anti-clockwise direction. It means that there is one concept. If this theta value is between 0 degree and 90 degree, between 0 degree and 90 degree, in those cases that slope will be positive. Value of slope will be positive. If it is a displacement time graph and if you are finding slope, it means that speed or velocity will be positive if value of theta is between 0 to 90 degree. The reason is mathematically, what is the variation of tangent tan theta value, from there you will get. But in physics I won't explain all those things. You need to keep in remembering that if theta value is between 0 to 90 degree, slope is positive. If theta is 0 degree, it means that it is parallel to the x-axis, like this, parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to x-axis means there the value will be 0, slope will be 0, because tan 0 degree equal to 0. It means that if theta is 0 degree, then that curve is parallel to the x-axis and the value of that slope will be 0. If it is a distance time graph or displacement time graph, velocity value will be 0. If theta between 0 to 90 degree, whatever is there, the slope will be positive and value of velocity will be positive. Clear? If it is 90 degree, it means that it is perpendicular to the x-axis. One is parallel to the x-axis, that is theta equal to 0 degree, and if theta equal to 90 degree, it means perpendicular to x-axis. In that case, slope will be infinity. Infinity means a very large value. It means a very large value. Keep in mind. And between 0 to 90 degree there will be some positive value, but slope is positive value. If it is distance time graph, it means velocity is positive. If it is velocity time graph, acceleration will be positive. Clear? If theta is between 0 to 90 degree, slope is positive. But if theta is more than 90 degree, how you will consider the theta? Theta will be considered from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. If theta is greater than 90 degree, slope will be negative. Keep in mind, if this theta is more than 90 degree, it means that slope is negative. It means that value of that slope, whatever is velocity or acceleration, that will be negative. How theta will be more than 90 degree? See here. Here there is a curve, a straight line curve, but if you consider this theta is always taken from positive direction of x-axis and in anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction, this theta has come more than 90 degree. It means that in this case, slope will be negative, value of slope will be negative. Concept 1 is clear. If it is displacement time graph, velocity will be negative. If theta is between 0 to 90 degrees, slope is positive, value of that slope value will be positive. If theta is more than 90 degree, its value will be negative. Concept 1 is clear, I think. Keep in mind. Otherwise you can revise it. 2 times you watch it, you will get it clear idea. If theta is 0 degree, parallel to x-axis, theta is 90 degree, perpendicular to x-axis. If theta is 0 to 90 degree, slope is positive. If theta is more than 90 degrees, slope is negative. Concept number 1 is clear. Now we will move to the concept number 2. These are very good concepts. You should watch this very carefully. The second concept I will tell you. Whenever there is a straight line trajectory, it means that if the curve is straight, example like this, these all are the straight line trajectory. In a straight line trajectory, value of theta doesn't change. Get it clear? In a straight line trajectory, the motion is always यूनिफॉर्म. देयर विल बी यूनिफॉर्मिटी इन द मोशन ट्री स्ट्रेट लाइन ट्रेजेक्ट्री. जब तक हमारे ग्राफ में कर्व नहीं आने वाला है तब तक वो मोशन नॉन यूनिफॉर्म हो ही नहीं सकता है. इट मीन्स दैट सपोज this is a line, this is a straight line trajectory, in this trajectory what is happening, the value of theta, that is from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, this doesn't changes in the entire motion. Time is increasing in positive direction, this is not changing. It means that value of theta is always constant for at any interval of time, at any time. Theta is constant means slope value is constant. It means that if it is positive value, it will be positive in the entire motion. If it is negative, it is a negative in entire motion. It means that till straight line trajectory there will be uniformity in the motion and slope value will be the same. It means that if displacement time graph, if it is a straight line trajectory, we can say that velocity will remains constant, that because the slope value is always same. I think that it's very clear. Second, if there is a curve comes in picture, if any curve come in picture like this, it means that if like this trajectory is there, it means that there is non-uniformity. What is the reason? The reason is that slope value is not constant here. It means that value of theta with respect to positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction will not remain constant. It changes with interval of time. How it changes, I will explain you. But keep in this concept, if it is a straight line trajectory, there will be uniformity in the motion. If it is a curved trajectory, there will be non-uniformity in nature. And for non-uniformity in nature, it means that this value can increasing value, value can be decreasing in nature. Slope can increasing in different interval, its slope can decreasing in different interval. How you will find it? So to find out the slope value, you need to draw, you need to draw a line perpendicular to that curve, and you have to see what is the theta value. This theta value is keep on changing on different interval, or it is decreasing in different interval. From there you can find out the slope value. but two things you need to keep in remember, keep in mind. One is concave. What is concave? Concave is, you have seen a ball, जिसमें आप लोग खाना खाते हो, ऐसा बॉल होता है ना, कटोरा जैसा. देर इज अ बॉल. दिस इज अ concave nature. This is concave nature. If the ball is concave upward, this will be helpful till your class 11th. I am repeating this. Keep in mind, if this concave is upward nature, if this concave is upward nature like this, see here, upward nature of our ball, that is concave, in that case acceleration is positive. Remember how you will get it. If it is a displacement time graph, there is a curve. From this graph you have to find velocity, from that velocity you have to find acceleration, and this acceleration you will get positive. You try to solve it. What is the reason? You find out the slope. Slope will be the velocity, and in velocity in time graph, if you find again slope, it will give you acceleration. But you keep in remembering these things. If it is concave upward, acceleration is positive. If it is concave downward, acceleration will be negative. Keep in mind always, if in a displacement time graph there is a graph which has a concave nature and it is upward, it means that acceleration will be positive. You don't try to find the slope first. After getting the slope you will find the velocity again. If you again you draw the slope and you get the acceleration, it means it will waste your time. For shortcut, what I am telling you, if it is a concave upward, acceleration will be positive. If it is concave downward, acceleration will be negative. What is the thing in a curve nature? How you will find the slope? There is a curve. This is a curve. You have to find out what is the slope value. This is a displacement time graph. There is a curve. To find out different, suppose this is a point. Draw a line. This will take some angle with respect to positive direction of x-axis. Again you try to draw it here. You draw a line, and this line will also make an angle with positive direction of x-axis. So the curve is going upward. It means that theta value will keep on increasing. Got it? This theta was first theta 1, suppose, second is theta 2. This theta is keep on increasing. It means that value of the slope goes increasing. This means that this is increasing in nature. If it is a displacement time graph, velocity is increasing on every interval. If this theta was constant here, it means that their velocity was constant, fixed, because theta were not changing. But if there is a curve, there will be non-uniformity. If this is upward nature, it means that acceleration is positive. And to find out the velocity in displacement time graph, you draw a line like a tangent. If it will make some, with respect to positive direction of x-axis, it will make some angle, and this angle is keep on increasing. If it keeps on increasing, it means that velocity is increasing on interval. As a passage of time, speed is increasing. If it is downward like this, it means that theta value is keep on decreasing. It means that whatever theta was there, that keep on decreasing. It means that its velocity is decreasing. Concept number 2 is clear. Concept number 1 is clear. If it's not clear, watch the video again, because I can't revise again concept 1 and 2. Concept 2 I can revise again once again. If it is a straight line trajectory, uniformity. If it is a curved trajectory, non-uniformity. If it is concave upward, acceleration is positive. If it is concave downward, acceleration is negative. If it is a displacement time graph and if there is a curved trajectory, to find out the slope, you will draw a line perpendicular to that curve, and it will make some angle with respect to positive direction of x-axis. If this theta value is keep on increasing between 0 to 90 degree, it means that speed or velocity will keep on increasing. If this value is decreasing on as a passage of time, it means that slope value will keep on decreasing. It means that velocity value keep on decreasing. Concept number 2 is clear. Concept number 1 is clear. If theta is 0 to 90 degrees, slope is positive. If theta is greater than 90 degrees, slope is negative. If it is 0 degree, it means that parallel to x-axis, slope value will be 0. If it is perpendicular to x-axis, it means that slope of value is infinity. Clear? कोई नहीं बताने वाला इस तरह से. So it's very important concept. Now we will first finish our concept number 3. और ये concept number 3 already linked है मेरे lecture 2 और lecture 3 से. what I told you, I have introduced one concept of force. What I told you that time, if the direction of force is in the same direction of speed, motion, then speed will increase. If the direction of force is opposite to direction of speed, speed will keep on decreasing. As for example, I told you we are riding a bicycle, और आप बाइसाइकिल का पैडल लगाना बंद कर दो तो धीरे धीरे वो स्पीड कम होता जाएगा. क्यों कम होता जाता है? बिकॉज देर इज अ फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन विच इज एक्टिंग अपोजिट टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन which will tend to decrease its speed. It means that if direction of force and direction of velocity or speed is in the same, it means that speed will keep on increasing. If the direction of force and direction of speed is reverse to each other, यहाँ पर velocity और force और एक्सेलरेशन निगेटिव का क्या मीनिंग है? आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू. निगेटिव का मतलब होता है इन कार्टेशियन एक्सिस आई टोल्ड यू कि ऑरिजिन से राइट साइड और ऑरिजिन से अपर साइड वी विल टेक इट पॉजिटिव, और ऑरिजिन से लेफ्ट साइड और ऑरिजिन से डाउन साइड वी विल टेक इट एज निगेटिव. कार्टेशियन सिस्टम आई हैव, कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम आई ऑलरेडी हैव डिस्कस्ड. इट मीन्स दैट इट इज़ अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. इट मीन्स दैट ये पॉजिटिव निगेटिव दोनों हो सकता है, लेकिन डिस्टेंस ये हमेशा पॉजिटिव रहने वाला है बिकॉज दैट इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. ऑल आर वेरी लिंक्ड. Please kindly go through my lectures from lecture number 1. Otherwise it will be bonds only. आपको कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा. So if the direction of force and speed is same, it means that speed will increase. If it is opposite, it will decrease. It means that mathematically, if they will ask you, it means that if sign of velocity and acceleration is same, its speed will increase. साइन सेम का मतलब अगर वेलोसिटी पॉजिटिव और एक्सेलरेशन पॉजिटिव, दोनों पॉजिटिव हुआ या वेलोसिटी भी निगेटिव और एक्सेलरेशन भी निगेटिव, दोनों या तो पॉजिटिव हो या दोनों निगेटिव हो. निगेटिव का मतलब अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड या डाउन साइड. अगर दोनों का डायरेक्शन सेम हुआ, इफ द डायरेक्शन ऑफ वेलोसिटी एंड एक्सेलरेशन विल बी सेम. फोर्स का मतलब एक्सेलरेशन. सो इफ एक्सेलरेशन एंड फोर्स बोथ आर सिमिलर, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इन द फोर्थ चैप्टर, बट आप इतना समझिए फोर्स इक्वल टू एम इंटू ए होता है, मास इंटू एक्सेलरेशन. इट मीन्स दैट जो फोर्स का डायरेक्शन वही एक्सेलरेशन का डायरेक्शन होता है. इट मीन्स दैट इफ एक्सेलरेशन एंड वेलोसिटी both have the same sign, either positive or negative, speed will increase. But if the direction is of opposite nature, it means that if velocity positive, acceleration negative, or velocity negative, acceleration positive, then speed will decrease. Very good na? So these were the most important concepts. I think that this is the most important crucial lecture which I am discussing. It means that ये lecture बहुत ही important है. We will see some more lectures on the motion chapter, equation of motion and some graph. But my request is again and again watch this video. These are very conceptual things which you won't get in your books so systematically. So आप इस lectures को ज़रूर देखें. It will be very helpful in your long term. I think in your class 11th, till class 11th you can solve all the questions related to the graphs. So I will stop the lecture today. It's very enough. You try to watch this video again and again, and please like, subscribe and refer to my lecture to any needy student who want to study conceptually. Please refer to them and tell them to like my video, subscribe my video, so that I will get more videos. I will make more videos. Till then, goodbye. Take care of health. Thank you.